Yo, 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 it's Big Ant the Spokesman, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in with a special guest today, man. Propain. What's going down, man?
What's the word, bro?
For sure, for sure. I appreciate you pulling up, man.
Nah, for sure, for sure.
Now, we had to tap in on it. You know, you've been laying down your groundwork in the city, and H-Town, undeniable. If they don't know about you, they've been sleeping, but you know, for my platform, man, you got to introduce them to yourself and tell them where you're from and everything like that.
Man, Propain, H-Town, man, Southside, Hiram Clarke, born and raised, Texas boy. For
sure, man. And you come from one of them areas in the city, bro, where y'all always kind of had like y'all own thing going on. I ain't really get hip to Hiram Clarke. I had never really been up over there. In my early years in the city. But Walsnet's from there, huh?
For sure, man.
Okay.
Yeah,
my pops had that Walsnet CD.
Oh, yeah.
And them niggas was we used to listen to it. You know what I'm saying? Me and my pops used to listen to it, and they used to have, for the niggas that don't know, they got a classic CD cover.
Yes, bro.
The slabs on there, and the nigga got a 2-liter drink, a 2-liter Sprite on there. Muddy, just poured with drinking, and it was that cover was just a representation of H-Town streets, and that was my first introduction to like Hiram Clarke. So
for sure,
you gotta tell them what it's like growing up over there, though, man.
Like Walsnet, that's legendary, man. I looked up to them. Shout out to Harvey Love. Shout out to my boy Lil Head, man. Big B.
Okay.
Rest in peace, Mafio, man. So, but the Clarke, you know what I'm saying? It's on the South Side. The crazy thing about the Clarke is, so on the South Side, you got the Southeast side, which is like Sunnyside, South Park, all that. And then you got the Southwest side and all that over there. But the Clarke, we was like an island. You know what I'm saying? We don't rip the Southeast, we don't rip the Southwest. When the news come over there, it'd be like the Southwest side of Houston, but we don't rip the West. So it's just like, we just always been an island. You know what I'm saying? So the Clarke has always been like our own little thing. But you know what I'm saying? It ain't too much different than your other hoods in the South, man. You know, it's the hood, you know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you this. Are y'all technically geographically Southwest, or are y'all really South Side on the map? Or do y'all just be like, we our own thing and we claiming that? Because for people that don't know that's never been to H-Town, it be shit going on out here where niggas is in a actual hood, but they don't rep the whole hood. They only rep their part. Like, nigga, like that shit be, we only rep our block.
Like that in the Clarke, bro. We got projects like that.
So y'all got niggas in projects that only rep the projects, but not the whole area. Okay.
X.
So are y'all technically, if we want to be down with it, on the Southwest side on the map?
We're on the South Side. Okay. We're on the South side of the map.
Okay, for sure. So you grew up in which part of Hiram Clarke?
Broadwick. So, so you got... The Clarke, like, for it to be his own little hood, like, the Clarke is pretty big.
It is.
Yeah, but I grew up in Broadwick, man. It was like a bunch of, it's like 50-50 Hispanics and blacks. So, you know what I'm saying? So, I grew up around a bunch of Hispanics and shit. There's a bunch of black people over there. But, it was cool. Yeah. So, like, out there, that hood, like, you got everything going on, bro, for people that don't know. Right.
You got the slab culture, the real heavy Houston influence. Yeah. You got the street shit going on, bro. Yeah. What did you come up over there doing that really defined you early on?
Man, so it's two sides. You know what I'm saying? I used to hoop, so I was always a nigga who used to hoop. But on the flip side, the shit we used to do there was getting some trouble. Because the Clarke, we was known for stealing cars. You know what I'm saying? That was just our shit. So I took a interest in that early on. My partners put me on that shit. That was like, that was something big over there, bro. We used to like have these master keys. So that was like a thing. We had the master keys. They could just take the cars. That was wild times, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was big, though. But that's just a Hiram Clarke thing, though. Niggas used to just steal cars back then. That was
the number one hustle.
That was the number one hustle. Niggas wasn't even really hustling, man. We was just fucking up. We wasn't even making no real money.
Yeah, on my side, I came up on like the north side and shit. When I got to high school, the Tink era came.
Oh, okay.
When they was taking the Dodgers and shit. So that was like a thing. I didn't even got on some crash dummy shit and jumped in one of them hoes on some peer pressure type shit. Kind of like, I don't even know why. Nigga, like, what am I in this hoe for no reason?
Real, man. That shit was crazy, bro. We was doing that shit.
Yeah.
And what's so crazy, man, the crazy thing about that story, and I always tell my partners, it was a bunch of us, bro. We had like a whole ring of niggas.
Yeah.
And man, niggas just started dropping out left and right with niggas getting caught. It was down to like 4 of us, you know what I'm saying? And then another nigga got caught, and it was my 2 partners and me. Them niggas came. We was in high school, bro, like 19th grade. My niggas came, it was like, man, we fit to go yada do whatever. I'm like, bro, I'ma chill, bro. Cause we was on the news. Like, they ain't have our face, but they was like, it's been a massive amount of car break-ins on this side of Houston. They was talking about us. We used to think that shit was like a badge of honor, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I remember them 2 niggas went, bro, and I ain't go.
Yeah.
And I was literally the last nigga standing, bro.
Damn.
Like, that shit was like a sign. Nigga, like, nah, this ain't what it is, bro.
This ain't for you.
This ain't for me, bro.
Nah, for real. I'm glad you got away from that line of work. Cause
facts,
you know, that
man.
shit, that right there is how niggas start their criminal lifestyle.
Nah, for
That's the beginning to break it in the cars and shit of that nature, bro. So what made you actually go transition besides that right there? What'd you jump into next?
Yeah, so around that time, see, what happened was I was always a hooper, so all my partners was hoopers. I had like 2 sets of partners. I had all my niggas I used to hoop with, then I just had the niggas in the hood that was, you know, some street shit. Couple niggas dropped out, couple niggas was selling drugs, whatever, but it was the best of both worlds. This is where I was from. So, you know, niggas that hoop, you gonna eventually get to travel on and, you know, you around niggas that do the same shit. So my 10th grade year, I ended up leaving the school I was at, and I went to a charter school called Alfonso Crush. Worst fucking school ever, bro. Like, just, that shit is what really turned me on to all this shit. I wasn't even on none of that shit, man. I got there, that shit was like, that shit was the hood for real, bro. That was like a school, but you was graduating to the streets in that motherfucker, man. Niggas was in that bitch selling drugs, niggas stealing cars, niggas doing everything. So that's kind of how I got onto that shit. And then I think around that time when that shit just was like all coming down and just all type of crazy shit was happening to all my partners and shit, that shit kind of made me more so focused, get back on basketball. I left that school, got back on track, you know what I'm saying, started back hooping. Yeah. Then the rest was like history and shit.
Yeah, so what high school you just hooped for?
And I went to 5 high schools. I went to the school I was telling you about. I went to Alfonso Crutch and Gulf Shores. Then was 2 charter schools.
I went to Gulf Shore.
I went to Westbury. I went to Hot Tower, and then I ended up graduating from a school that's like 3 hours away. My senior year, I went to Longview. It's in East Texas. It's called Longview, Texas.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So I graduated from out there.
Okay, but yeah, you went to some shit. You went to schools that had some names too.
Yeah.
Niggas was hooping. They had to be hoopers.
And I stayed in the Clarke, bro. So our home school was Madison. Yeah. And I never went to Madison. My brother went to Madison, everybody. But me and my partners, because we was hooping, we never went there. We ended up following our coach in 8th grade. So we ended up leaving there, and I just never even went. I don't know why. I never went to the school in my hood.
But Madison had that football team, right?
Oh, yeah, VY. That's my nigga. That was like my brother.
That nigga did the full. I remember them that time, man. Them niggas was going crazy, Madison High School.
Him and my brother, best friend. So I literally grew up. Them niggas like raised me. You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
Yeah.
Did you ever do the Astroworld thing growing up? Like niggas mob, because if niggas don't know, it was this thing at the Astroworld back in the day where all the like Southside niggas would be teamed up deep as fuck. And then Northside niggas would come up there and it just be crazy fights.
Crazy. Especially Fright Fest and Halloween, bro. It's called Fright Fest. Yeah, we used to be wildin', bro.
Yeah,
I used to be up there.
Nah, niggas used to be up there on that bullshit, that Fright Fest, Halloween.
Tripping, bro.
Nah, this some real H-Town shit we talking about, man.
For real, bro. That shit was legendary.
And see, they right there where people, I would like to give people the geographic who never been here. Y'all are right there where the stadiums is at, right there in the mix, not too far from the Galleria area either, and this everything in the cultural side of this shit going on, man. So when you start rocking with the music?
Man, I've been rapping since like 5th grade, 5th, 6th grade. I think I started writing in the 7th grade. Around that time, bro, I'm going to say like 8th grade, 9th grade, I knew I had something, bro. Like, and I ain't even just saying that. I knew I had something. So when I got to college and I was hooping in college, my roommate and my teammate, you know what I'm saying, I had just rap. I never used to really rap for niggas though, except niggas in my hood. Like, we used to have, you know, the little fake record labels and shit what we would be doing. But I never was taking that shit serious because I thought I was fit to go make some money playing basketball and shit. So I think gradually I kept writing all throughout high school. And when I got in college my sophomore year, I remember my roommate, my nigga Paul, he was just like, bro, nigga, you got it, bro. You need to, you know what I'm saying? But I used to always call myself Lil C, so I ain't really had no rap. You know, everybody was Lil something, Lil Flip, Lil Kiki something, so we want to be like them niggas. So I was like, man, we got to come up with a new name. And we just came up with the name Propain. And I just would rap for the team. I wasn't like trying to be no rapper like that type shit. And I remember this nigga Scarface was shooting a video on my hood. He had a group called The Product. And we was out of school for some, dog, like one of them hurricanes warnings or some shit. So we was home, and then he was shooting in my neighborhood. I ain't never met Face or nothing like that, bro. And the hood was out there deep, and they was in this little crib. This chick let them use a crib. Said they on like an intermission and shit. And all my niggas, it's like 20 of us, we trying to get in there and fuck with Face and shit. They wouldn't let nobody in. And I remember I just like, I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. I was like, yo, Face. And they turned around. They was around the turntable. And he looked. And I was like, man, tell this nigga let me in, the security guard. Never met this nigga in my life. That nigga say, man, let him in. Didn't let none of my other partners in, bro. Just let me in. I was like, damn. So they around the turntable and they rapping like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, and I'm in this motherfucker with Scarface. And that nigga looked, that nigga said, if you gonna come in here, you can't just stand around, nigga. You need to rap. You know what I'm saying? So they just going verse. So I just remember, I remember spitting some shit I had wrote. Man, I done recited that shit so many times in my head at school. Man, I spit that shit. And as I was rapping, I swear I seen this nigga Face doing like this to his partner. Cause I'm killing that bitch. You know what I'm saying? And he, when I was done, he was like, "Nigga, who you signed to?" And I was like, nah, I don't rap, I hoop. And nigga say, I ain't never seen you hoop, bro, but I guarantee you gonna make more money out of rap than you gonna make out of basketball. Nigga, I walked home, told my mom I quit. You know what I'm saying? I told my mom I quit. I end up getting his people number. So I'm really into the mind frame that I'm finna get signed to Scarface. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, fuck that shit. I go tell my mom, I ain't doing this shit no more. So boom, I was talking to the dude for like maybe a week and a half. When them niggas album dropped, man, the nigga number changed, bro, and I never heard from them niggas again, bro, ever.
Damn.
I was like, fuck, bro, but my confidence was already through the roof from what Face did. So, you know, once I got on and you know, made a name for myself, I ended up running the Face, and, you know, we done talked about the shit last. He don't even remember the shit. You know what I'm saying? That shit, because he was trying to sign me like a few years back, bro, and I remember, I was like, bro, you don't even remember, nigga, I'm rapping because you don't even remember that shit, bro. I'm like, nigga, you told me I was gonna make more money out rapping. He didn't remember that shit, bro. That shit was crazy, though.
So you really kind of forced and Bogard your way up in that hole.
Facts,
shit.
Bro, facts,
hey, sometimes that's what it take, though, nigga, because if you wouldn't have did that, you would have never had in your mind to say, nigga, fuck this basketball and let me chase this dream of rap, nigga, because basketball could have been a possibility for you. I don't know how raw you was, but
I had way better chance of rapping shit. I was a nigga at rapping. I was cool with basketball. I was that nigga at rapping, so I was like, he just told me what I needed to hear, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't meant for me to sign with him at that time, and it wasn't until years later, bro, that when we crossed paths that next time, it was more so he already knew me. You know what I'm saying? I was doing my thing already. He was. Shit, it was dope because I was like, nigga, you don't even remember. Like, I'm doing this shit because, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what's up.
Crazy,
that's what's up. So then, man, after that, you start taking it serious. Did you just go, like, get into the studio? Did you get equipment? What you did next after that?
Oh, shit, I came home. Then I started going to school down here. And I'm working because I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying, fund this rap shit. So I just remember I was like, damn, bro, this school shit ain't gonna pay, but I'm still trying to thug it out. So at the same time, I'm working, I'm paying for studio time and shit. I'm putting it all in this motherfucker. I'm starving, nigga, putting it in this tape. And that shit, the way it happened, bro, I was at work, bro, and I just remember some shit happened. It was like a Houston for Haiti concert Bun B had. And I remember VY was like cool with me. He wanted VY to come out. And VY ended up getting it to where I can like perform and shit. So I called in work, like, man, I'm sick. I got the flu, I can't come. Bro, that shit was on the news. And like, I'm on that motherfucker rapping. And they thinking I'm, you know what I'm saying, sick. So I get back to work. They're like, damn, I thought you was sick, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man.
So that was like my first introduction to like, fuck this shit. I'm just letting niggas know. I was still working on that mixtape that hadn't came out. Yeah, I was just working on it. So when I put that shit out, that's when like Twitter was like fresh. And I remember that nigga, once I did put it out, I'm passing out throughout the city. Me and my nigga, every night, we going out to the club, passing them bitches out. Nigga, I don't give a fuck if they throwing on the ground, picking that bitch up, giving it to the next nigga. Every night we was doing that. So I kind of started to get a little name around the city just on some underground shit. And that nigga Chameleon there had just tweeted like, man, who in Texas I should be fucking with? You know what I'm saying? And I probably had like 300, 400 followers on Twitter at the time. But the people who was fucking with my music just kept tweeting him. And I remember that nigga, he tweeted a couple rappers, and most of them niggas was known, you know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
And I remember he was just like, but who the fuck is this Propain nigga everybody keep talking about? And from there, he named the like 4 artists that everybody was naming. And I just remember like niggas going hard on me, like bad, like, we don't know no fucking Propain. Who is this nigga? So niggas was mad. But what that shit had did was it made everybody start talking about me. My following went from like 300 followers to like 6,000 followers just off that shit right there. So that the name started right there. And then, man, we started doing some shit called a Frontline Tour where we was like selling tickets. We ain't really had no underground scene in Houston, bro. And we was selling tickets. Shout out Kirko Bangs, D-Lo. It was a few niggas.
Dope Easy was Dope Easy around.
But Dope Easy, he came a little later. But in the store, we would be selling them tickets, bro. Yeah. And so next thing you know, like, man, we packing out House of Blues. You know what I'm saying? So that was kind of the start of making my own fan base. And from there, like, shit, it just, my song got on the radio, like that. You know what I'm saying? And shit, it kind of took off.
Yeah. And see, for people that don't know, this is a different era of your other underground scene that the world knew us for.
Right.
From the Screwed Up Clique to the Rap-A-Lot to Swisher House and other names that a lot of people in the world became fans of. That once that era kind of ended, it was like we was like, what's next for a while?
Yeah,
we didn't have no like niggas that was kind of like fucking with the upcoming generation. Yeah. So niggas had to really put their footwork and their grind in and make this shit work off for them niggas to get that shit rolling. I remember Beat King was going crazy. Beat King at the club and the party scene going wild. And I remember seeing your shit. I just remember seeing you doing a lot of shows and shit with a lot of Rockets gear.
Like a motherfucker.
A lot of red and yellow type shit. You was like stuck. And then even when your early videos, it was like you was stuck on the like Houston shit.
Man, so you know what made me do that, bro?
Yeah.
So I had a song called Say I Won't. That was the first song that was on the radio. It was like 2011.
Yeah.
In the video I had like Orlando Magic hat on or something, man.
Mm-hmm.
Man, so you know Houston, like and I got like a strong Hispanic fan base, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And one thing, if you know anything about Houston Hispanics, they ride for fucking Houston teams, bro.
Nah, fact.
You know what I'm saying? And I was a nigga who I had every hat, every Jordans. I always been like that. Man, them niggas tore my ass up on that video in them comments. Man, what the fuck this nigga got that hat on for? Man, this nigga ain't repping the city. And then I fuck around and wore a Cowboys hat, bro, to the car show. Bro, they fired me up. I didn't really know. Like, I'm like, nigga, I'm just rocking shit. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas, so from then on, I was like, these niggas won't catch me without no Houston shit on ever again, bro.
So what did these niggas say when they seen you with the Cowboy shit on, bro?
Even the niggas from the radio, when they was interviewing me on 97.9 was going in like, damn, I see you up here with the Cowboy shit. What's up with that? Yeah. And I'm like, I don't even really watch football, bro. I'm like, nigga, what the fuck? Nigga, what's wrong? You know what I'm saying? But they was like, nah, this nigga on the Cowboy. So I at that point, I was like, it's bigger than me. You know what I'm saying? If they see me as a representation of my city, like, they looking for me to rip this shit. So I be like, damn, all right, bitch.
Got you. And it wasn't nothing wrong with it, but that shit just really stood out. Because that's what niggas was really supposed to be doing. Facts. You know what I'm saying? Taking pride in the city, repping the city and everything like that. So then, man, I started seeing you make more, you know, you was doing more stuff, more tours. I know you end up getting the hit with Rich Homie Quan in the city.
Sure.
How that one came together, man?
Man, so what niggas don't know, that nigga Quan used to live down here, bro.
Okay.
So he used to live down here, and I remember this. Anybody really know who he was though? But they had a little clique down here. I forgot the name of the crew he was fucking with. That was down here. But they used to be like in the clubs and shit, you know, one of them, you know, them crews who would spend a lot of money, get them songs played and shit, whatever. And so he had already kind of knew who I was, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And his people knew my manager, his manager knew my manager. Basically, that was like my partner and his partner. And I remember he just came down here. I had already had that song, bro. I had already had that song. I had already had that mixtape that was about to come out. And I knew that shit was about to change my life. I already knew it. You know what I'm saying? Me and all my niggas, G&B Productions, DJ Dunn, we had made that shit together. So we knew this album was about to, like, do some shit. And we had that song already. He wasn't on there. It was somebody else. And so I remember he came down here. He heard the song. He was supposed to do it. Something happened. It ain't happened. So we like, cool. You know what I'm saying? The mixtape was about to come out the next day. We riding around, me, all the producers, my manager, we riding around like an SUV just listening to the album because we got the listening part of the mall. And we knowing, we listening to this shit like, bro, we really fist to go up now, you know what I'm saying? And that nigga called right then and there. That nigga said, don't put the tape out, bro. I was talking about. He like, man, I got something for you. Don't put the tape out. And he sent that shit back to me. And I just remember listening to it. I was in Houston for a minute. And I was like, nah, this ain't it.
Yeah.
I ain't like it, bro. I told my manager, I say, nah, that ain't it.
Oh, man.
I called him. And I was like, man, you know that I was in Houston for a minute. And I'm back. That shit sound kind of local, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't on it. And he was just like, nah. He really got quiet. Like, damn near felt disrespected. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nah,
and
I would feel that way a little bit.
And I remember that nigga just said, nah, like, I say that in one of my songs, all my fans gonna know what I'm talking about. And he did. He said it on one of his mixtapes. So I was like, cool. So I wasn't even tripping. I was so excited on the whole mixtape that we was about to put out, Ryan Slab. I was like, I ain't tripping. We finna fuck the game up when this whole drop. Yeah. So I was like, cool, just put it on there. Put it at the end. So that shit is like the second to last song. And the reason it's back there, because I ain't really care for it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Man, the day that tape came out, that motherfucker took off, bro. That song took off like quick, bro. You know what I'm saying? My life changed instantly. Like, it went from just the underground rapper that everybody fuck with, they know you can rap, to you got a record. Everywhere you go, they, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Claim you with that record. That's part of you now. So that shit, like, it was instant. And me and him really was fucking around. So he was on the rise, like the real. He was going
I remember
up.
that shit.
He was going crazy.
He was going crazy. He had H-Town on lock. That nigga Rich Homie was doing like
lock, bro.
He was doing like 2 shows a night on the weekends out
here.
He
was packing them bitches out. So
nigga, Northside and the Southside show.
So he loved the song though.
Yeah.
So, and that's really, I credit him a lot for it blowing up too, because at that time, Rich Homie McCoy was becoming the biggest rapper in the game at the time. He was like the hottest nigga, you know what I'm saying? The flex shit was out. He had the some type of way shit. So he would come, and that nigga, every time he would be here, man, come on, you coming out. You know what I'm saying? Every show he wanted me to come out with him. Anything he was in Texas, that nigga, so that shit helped that song blow up even more, because it was like, yeah, people fucked with me, and it was growing, but y'all, his fans love him. So if he performing that shit every time, you know what I'm saying? They fell in love with it, and that shit just kind of like, that shit just took off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that went crazy. That was that one right there. So after that, you know, and for the people, y'all got to go check that out. For the people that don't know, him and Rich Homie Propain and Rich Homie Coin, you will see it. It'll come up. That had the streets on lock, man, for sure. But like after that, you know, the game kind of start changing more and more. You feel like the game just always consistently changing. And it kind of seemed like over time you didn't really like go into the grind and just consistently releasing a lot of music.
Facts.
Like why do you like not release a lot of music like that?
So so after the time, the 2 round shit, that shit ended up having us just going all over the country, like on the strength of that shit. And then we was putting out more music, and then it's just like I hit a fucking wall, I think around like 2015, bro. So, and that's why I'm always able to like help the younger artists out and just tell, because this shit is like, it's smoke and mirrors, bro. So you know what I'm saying? You get this perception of you when you do some shit, you know what I'm saying? Everybody got this perception of you or what you supposed to have. Then at the same time, I'm taking care of all my niggas, you know what I'm saying? I'm taking care of everybody, bro. I'm everything. So that shit hit a wall, bro. Then around that time, I had my first child. I had my daughter. So it was just like life, bro. Life was hitting me, you know what I'm saying? I'm responsible for so many people, bro. So that shit just like bogged down on a nigga to the point where a nigga damn near was like, I ain't never wanted to quit, but it was a part of me was like, damn, bro, this shit may not, you know what I'm saying, be it for me. Because, you know, when that shit slowed down, bro, when you used to getting a certain number all the time, you know what I'm saying?
Real.
Especially if you ain't never really had no financial literacy, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So you used to getting a certain number all the time, then nobody never thinking it can go down. You only thinking this shit could go up, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? At that time, it was like when that shit went down, it was like, damn, bro, I gotta figure this shit out. And we all done seen the story before. When a nigga down, that's when everybody kind of move around. You know what I'm saying? Facts. So, you know what I'm saying? Went through that shit. I think around 2017. Shout out my brother XO. We did a tape called 7 Day Theory, and it's called 7 Day Theory because we really did that bitch in 7 days. But around that time, I wasn't even tripping on rap no more. It was like, nah, this shit it ain't moving how a nigga wanted to move. You know what I'm saying? So we did that shit. And that nigga was like full of life, you know what I'm saying? He was just excited about the rap game because, you know, he hadn't really been all the way in it how he was trying to get. So he was just excited to even do the project with me. You know what I'm saying? We did that album quick, and that shit was like, damn, that shit kind of woke me back up.
Yeah.
But it still was like, all right, cool. I think it was like 2019 when I dropped In Case We Never Speak Again. It's like a whole new career just came and shit just went back up, and a nigga just turned the shit back up. But yeah, I think the whole the pause of the shit was trying to figure that shit out. You know what I'm saying? And you can't really figure this shit out unless you continuing to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
But you know, niggas be thinking it's one move or something. And at the same time, to credit all that too, it be a little space. And sometimes when I drop music, because I'm big on quality, you know what I'm saying? And what I've learned is if I put out the top quality, that shit just lasts longer. I can, you know what I'm saying, do my, I could tour Texas, Louisiana, Oklahoma off an album damn near for 9-10 months, you know what I'm saying? If the quality is there and motherfuckers love every song on that, I've always felt like that's why I'm still here, because I've always took my time and put out quality.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Nah, that is a major factor. And I see like some artists that state they thing, like they not gonna drop a lot until they know they can put a piece of work together. So man, you done worked with like the greats in the city for sure too, bro. Like I done seen you know, you done got one in with Zero and Sauce recently. Then that one with you and Dawg, you know, that bitch was a smasher, bro. And that hit people's souls. So let's talk about that Dawg one, bro. You know, Dawg, one of them niggas out here that the streets and the people love. So did you come up with that with yourself? Like, I got to get Dawg for this whole when you heard the beat? Or was it like something that somebody else put you on?
Yeah, so that was My Life Part 2. So that shit, he was supposed to be on the first one, bro. He was supposed to be on the first one, which was on Ryan Slab. That was like the 2013, 2014 tape. He was, and man, it's a crazy ass story why this nigga went on there. I went to the projects where he was at to get him to do it. He was like, man, just pull up. And man, while he listening to it, about to do it, man, somebody come, whoa. Bang. Matter of fact, it was supposed to be him and Nipsey on there. I was gonna get him and Nipsey on there.
Yeah.
So somebody just come bang on the door. Yo, man, you know what I'm saying? Some niggas just shot at me, such and such. And they just, it was deep in there. So everybody riding them, who you talking about, such and such? And the nigga at the door was like, shit, that ain't go right there. Man, the nigga just da. He ain't hit nobody, so for any references, ain't nobody get hurt or like that. But he shot the cop, and everybody just scrambling. And Dawg like, man, bro, it was me and GNB. Like, y'all go in the back room. Like, nigga, you got me fucked up, nigga. We getting the fuck out of here, nigga. You know what I'm saying? We burnt out. Shout out my brother Dawg. I love that nigga, bro. But that nigga, he was in that protective mode. Like, pro, hey, y'all get pro them. Go to the back room. No, nigga, we out. You know what I'm saying? So that shit was the end of that. That ain't happened. But it ended up turning out even better because years later, I ended up getting him to, man, that nigga cried while he was doing that verse, bro.
Yeah, the pain, man, you could see the pain in the video y'all shot, bro. Yo, was that in Acres Home in Garden City? Yeah, y'all was in Garden City, Yeah, that shit is wild,
that shit
bro.
Was powerful, bro. That's one of my favorite songs. But like that was like what I call a resurgence. That was part of my resurgence. Like that was the tape out in 2019, In Case We Never Speak Again. That was the first song. I had put that shit out before the tape came out. And that shit went so crazy, man. I remember, I knew it was. I had something special. The video had been out 2 weeks, and I was in Victoria, Texas, doing the show, and that bitch was stupid packed. Man, they rapped that bitch word for word, bro, the whole song, and it fucked me up because I was like, this ain't no club song, you know what I'm saying?
It ain't at all.
You know
That's just one of them, like, you going through some shit type
bro,
songs.
For sure. So that whole that tape, that song, that shit just like. That shit really got me back to where I need, like, you know, mentally, like, yeah, nigga, we on some go shit.
Yeah, nah, man, you gotta love Dawg, bro. If you from the city, the people love Dawg, man. I actually pulled up on Dawg earlier this year, man. And one of his, he had a show in my area in Greenspoint, bro. And I pulled up over there, hollered at him, you know what I'm saying, and told him what I be doing and all this shit. He fuck with a nigga. We done chopped it up behind the scenes. He just, you know, he be on his little shit.
Dawg. He
gonna give you his heart, bro. He gonna give you his heart.
Man.
And the music, the personality, you just never know what Dawg you gonna get.
Bro.
But that's what make him such a great artist, man. And like, you know, with him and Nipsey, the relationship they had, bro. And I know like Nipsey was because I remember you was doing that one mixtape, I think that was 2018. That's when I first started doing media. Or maybe it was the end of 2017. and you had it because my cousin a big fan, my cousin Trail.
Okay.
And he was fucking with it. He was talking about, yeah, man, I'm waiting on Propain to drop this. I think you had to buy it. I
so yeah, that was 7 Day Theory. That's when I did with XO. Yeah.
Okay,
so I did that. I put it out. I put it out. I wasn't gonna put it out on streaming first. So the only way to get it was my fans you had to buy a hoodie.
Yeah, that's what it was. Okay, that's what it was.
Yeah, man, we changed the game with that shit. I think like, so I said I was gonna put out 500.
Yeah.
Only 500. It come with the CD, it come with the hoodie. Man, the 500 sold out in like 2 days. We ended up maxing out with like 1,300, and it wasn't even out yet. You know what I'm saying? The only niggas who had it was the people who was buying that shit. You know what I'm saying? Was buying the hoodie. So and then we ended up putting it out like a month later. But yeah, that shit that was something. I always be trying to like come with new shit to be innovative to, you know what I'm saying? Get in touch with my fans and shit like that, man. Cause I got a real like strong fan base, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, that was raw. I remember that time, man, and then I know I remember I always seemed like the respect you would pay to Nipsey and shit like that too.
Sure, man.
Because that nigga really was a big part of the motivation for me to get my shit started. Yeah. So, you know, and everything like that, bro. So now we here today, man. You know, I see you and Sauce be rocking heavy too.
Yeah.
You, Sauce, and Zero did a bad
man,
joint recently for the city, bro.
Walk my brother, man. That's one of the rare when in this industry, bro, and you in the industry, and you know, like the industry is just the industry. Like, you know, you got some niggas you gonna be cool with. You got some niggas, we got an industry friendship, you know what I'm saying? And this, that, and the third. Or we got a working relationship. Walka is somebody that's my partner, man. And like when I first, I had already knew him just from in the city. Like Walka nigga that I had already knew, but we wasn't like close. We didn't really know each other like that. But I used to see Walka Sancho all the time. Them niggas, if you knew them two niggas, them niggas would be, you know what I'm saying? So, but I remember B Done brought him to my studio. This was like 2013, 2014. At this time, so 2 rounds big. So I'm like still moving around like that. But he brought him to my studio. And he was like, bro, you need to like, you know what I'm saying, fuck with him. Nobody didn't really know Walk like that. And but he was kind of coming up. He had some shit, Flavor in Year, I remember. And that's what I seen. And I was like, damn, that nigga kind of talented. So I'm like, bring him by the studio. He come by the studio, me and him go in the back room and just chop it up. And this nigga is like saying all this soft shit and dripping shit, and I don't understand what this nigga talk about. He had kind of dropped some, and that nigga said, oh, my bad, Sauce apology. And I'm like, bro, who is this nigga? You know what I'm saying? So, and he was just telling me like his plans and what he planned to do in the game and what he want to do. And man, we sat back there and talked for hours, bro. And the conversation started out first like, this nigga is crazy. He is not fit to work, whatever the fuck this nigga trying to do. Yeah. By the end of that conversation, bro, I was so sold, my nigga. Yeah. I was so sold. Like, everything he doing today, he was telling me, he was like, bro, I'm a sauce the world out, bro. I'm gonna have all these niggas stealing my lingo. I'm gonna have these niggas dripping. And I was like, what the fuck is dripping? You know what I'm saying? But the more he was saying that shit, I was believing him. And then we started building a relationship. And then it's like from that day, we never parted. Like, I just thought, all my shows, I'm taking him. Nigga, you open up. And that's when I started really seeing, like, this nigga a star. Like, man, I had a show that nigga had opened up for me. I kid you not, bro. They ain't really know this nigga. Man, that nigga had a song called No Features, bro. That nigga performed that bitch.
I remember that,
He only did one song, bro. That shit wasn't even out yet. He had only did that one song, bro. I had a show in, like, a strip club. I tell you, this nigga killed that shit, bro. I was like, you know, and I'm a nigga who, like, look at all aspects of the game, not just a nigga who can rap. Everything, how you gonna move the crowd, all that shit. I remember telling my partner, dog, this nigga got it, bro. So, you know, from there, you know, he started recording at the studio. All them niggas would be there all the time. So I kind of watched all that shit grow in front of my eyes. So it's personal for me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My partners really all my niggas really at first didn't really feel it. Like, you know, they ain't understand it.
Niggas don't really understand that the city was kind of not feeling Sauce at first, bro.
Yes.
Like, the people in his circle was, but you know, he had the little people catching on slowly but surely. But, like, when I took that shit to my barbershop, the barbershop I was going to at the time was, like, everything. The trap, the block, the fighting, the beef, the bullshit, the good community work, like, positivity, everything was in that one barbershop. And so we used to have a rap battle shit going on, who the best. We did it all. So we would always introduce artists, and I brought Sauce in them there, and I was like, hey, bro, these the new niggas out the city, bro. These the new niggas. And niggas was like, nah, bro, them niggas ain't it. Then next week, niggas started, hey, bro, that nigga sauce, hey, them niggas hard. Like,
Bro, this shit was unreal, bro. I really went from having him everywhere I'm going. I had him, I remember me and Rich Homie Quan was doing a show at House of Blues, and I had Walk with me, and he just was hitting Rich Homie Quan with all the, yeah, man, and yeah, man, you know, you need to, and Rich Homie Quan, like, you know what I'm saying? What's up with your man, pro? Like, you know what I'm saying? And he would do that shit everywhere. He didn't give a fuck. I remember I ran to Elliot Wilson, and he was like, yeah, man, but you ain't fucking with the kid that did. You need to be such and such. And I'm like, walk, chill, bro. This Elliot Wilson. This Elliot Wilson, bro. Let's get him good first. But that just was, he was him, bro. He was him. I had a show with Nipsey one time, and I remember we was leaving. He was riding with me, and Nipsey was with Lauren London, bro, and they was at like a light, and I'm in the Jeep, and Walk with me. Walk standing out the top. Yeah, Nipsey, welcome to Houston, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, welcome to Houston. Just go. I'm like, dog, this nigga hill, man. But I had formed such a love for him, bro. So people got to understand what I used to try to tell everybody, even to this day, bro. Some people, like, it make them kind of, like I'm biased or something, the way I, like, ride for Walk. Like, but what they don't understand is, bro, I seen it go from words of, nigga, this is what I'm fist to do, to I've watched so many niggas in this industry steal from this nigga, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And he told me he was gonna do this shit, and that nigga really can fucking rap. Like, he can rap better than a lot of niggas, you know what I'm saying?
Niggas don't know that, though.
And that be the thing, so that's me and his relationship. Me and Zero relationship is kind of reversed. That's the nigga who, like, kind of took me under, you know what I'm saying, in his wing, you know what I'm saying, and was fucking with me early on, and was like, shit, jumping on songs with me. That Zero is a nigga who I used to, like, idolize when I was in middle school. Like, nigga, this is Zero, you know what I'm saying? So even to this day, me and Zero got so many songs, bro. We damn near got a whole album we working on, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so, so when the song came about with me, him, and Walk, that shit was like, them my niggas, you know what I'm saying? And we all got a certain mutual respect for each other, you know what I'm saying? We all from the South Side. We all feel like, all three of us feel like we the best rapper. He feel like he can out-rap me. I feel like I can out-rap him. All of them. So it's a conglomerate, and I think, like, anytime we do some shit, it's gonna be legendary.
Nah, for sure, bro. And that shit went up in the city. Man. You know, Sauce even created that viral moment. Man. Yeah, you niggas trying to be like somebody tired ass niggas. Man. You just never know with that nigga what you go. It's like he don't even be, it's like he just get the right place, right time, and hit the right, especially now with the internet, the way the internet work, he hit one blog, another blog, the motherfuckers in the comments feel away. And, you know, Sauce is the king of pissing people off.
And that's what happened, bro. Next thing you know, that motherfucker up millions now, because he kickstarted, you know what I'm saying? He kickstarted that shit. Yeah. He had niggas ready to see what the fuck was going on. Then you got Zero verse was, oh my God, Zero verse legendary on that bitch. Sure. He coming that hoe straight. Aaron Houston not, you know what I'm saying? Like, but that shit was live though, man. That shit was dope, you know what I'm saying? We got some more shit in the chamber too.
That's what's up, man. So, you know, how you feel about Houston right now, bro? Like, where we at right now as a city, the culture, the style, the music, the good and the bad, man. How you, cause you a nigga that didn't put the work in here, 10 years plus, you seen different eras of this shit. We got a new wave coming up right now. Shout out to all the artists. There's so many of y'all to name. We can't name everybody. You know, we'll be here for an hour or two, how many rappers it is now. But how do you feel about the H-Town rap scene right now? Just everything in the city right now, bro.
I love it, bro. I love it. I feel like they pushing the envelope. And I've always said that I feel like, so Walk them came after me, his era, and they took this shit to a whole nother level too. You know what I'm saying?
Internet shit, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? And so now you got the artists now, they really doing this shit on a major scale. You know what I'm saying? So I think I love where it's at now, because for a long time, man, I mean, we still get slept on as a city, but at the same time, like, Houston, we didn't really have an identity. And I used to always say that shit, man. I used to be like, God damn, like, it's too many niggas here that sound like they from here or here or there. Like, you know what I'm saying? We had kind of went through that little phase where niggas was just trying to figure it out. And I think now we got so many artists that have their own lane, and they, like, booming in that shit. And then nobody around this motherfucker trying to sound like nothing, you know what I'm saying? I feel like the old sound of Houston that the legends made, from the Zeros to the Slims and Pow Wows and all them, that shit is forever legendary, you know what I'm saying? But what came after is becoming legendary also, you know what I'm saying? And the game just wide open now, like with that internet shit. So we got way more action to have a bunch of more stars. And I fuck with all the young artists, bro. I love them. You know what I'm saying? I continuously try to continue to work with them because at the same time, shit, this shit's still a sport, and I still like want to. You know what I'm saying? Go at whoever, like you know what I'm saying? Musically, like make dope ass music. So that's why you always see me with songs with Ken the Man, or you know what I'm saying, or Walka, all of them. Like I'ma continuously fuck with them. I love Lil Jeremy, all them niggas. You know what I'm saying? Mona Leo, man, we can name them all. But you know what I'm saying? It's they pushing this shit to another level, and I love them. I'm rocking with all of them. I'ma always be supportive of everything that come out of Houston.
And see, like with me, I look at sometimes like it's the gift and the curse because, you know, a lot of cities, they have like a recognizable sound where you know that's that. And then Houston, niggas don't even be knowing like we really got so many stars already because nobody sound the same. Like Sauce don't sound like Travis Scott. Nobody sound like Meg Thee Stallion. You don't sound like nobody. Everybody got their own entirety lane and all that shit. So it's like niggas can't say, well, that's some Houston shit because they a lot of people who don't know, they think Houston is still the older sound.
They think we coming down
and we elevated, man. But you know, this been the city though, on the city side of it, outside the rap, you know, this became a melting pot, bro.
Hell yeah.
Like a mother, we got so many people from out of town here, especially during the pandemic. And you know, we've been turned up in the streets lately, bro. The news. And like I try to tell people, dog, and I want to get another Houstonian in here to say this with me, like, yes, nigga, and you put your perspective on it like, well, Houston is the streets, it's the gangster shit, it's the hood, all the robbing. You spoke even on your days of your hood and shit going on. But this is really a player get money city, but that shit is getting pushed to the forefront, bro.
Yeah, and that's the thing, bro. Yeah, and I'm glad you said that.
Yeah,
because me and my partners, we constantly speaking on that. It's like niggas think like, don't get it twisted. It's the streets, but like I tell you, shit, it's the streets you go to Baltimore, it's the streets you go to Brooklyn, it's the streets you go to Compton. But Houston overall, like you just said, bro, this is we player, bro. You know what I'm saying? We always been player, but just like anytime in anywhere else, when you got so many motherfuckers coming here that's from every which way, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna all get sprouted. Like you know what I'm saying? Everything everywhere is territorial. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times it be a lot of shit. Sometimes it don't even be Houston niggas with, but it's in Houston. So that's just, I don't know, bro. I think like, but and at the same time, shit, the newer generations. It's not really a way, like, you gotta think, bro. So we was raised coming up, you had Houston music that kind of raised you. You had your niggas, your uncles, your brothers, your daddy, whatever that kind of raised you. And it was a certain style of Houston, the way you was raised. That's just, you know, you gonna see the niggas with double cups and, you know what I'm saying? The player shit, it's Houston shit. Like, you know, now it's the internet, bro, and it's no one way. You got niggas do the same shit a 19-year-old gonna do in Atlanta, in Miami, and you know what I'm saying? Because they not following their uncles now, their brothers. They following these motherfuckers they seeing on the internet, and this is what they doing. So it ain't even, the culture is getting kind of pushed to the side for the younger motherfuckers, and it's just like niggas is doing their own thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I felt like, you know, growing up, nigga, it was always robbings. It was always killings. It was always shooting.
Facts.
But that kind of play, you knew that was outside. No, you know them. You went to school with these niggas. They was niggas from your neighborhood. But they like was out the way. Like sometimes it'll cross into the other shit going on with the jackins and things like that. But the player shit got the publicity, the front, the nigga that was shining to getting money, not the nigga that was killing and robbing. He was like, everybody just, but now it's like everybody put the other shit to the front before the player shit, the fly shit, the cool shit.
I don't even know where that shit changed it. I remember it became a point where niggas would, bro, back in the day, you could not, like, walk around and let niggas know you was a robber. You know what I'm saying? Or a jacker. That was like you was considered a fuck nigga. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, we lived in a time where this shit, it changed to where that was like, niggas got crews and nigga, they getting famous because we rob you niggas. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, them niggas
and
used
you gotta respect it, you gotta respect it because it's real. Like,
it's real. Like,
I gotta respect y'all shit, but it was like, damn, at one point in time, y'all niggas, we'll know y'all niggas, but y'all niggas just be out the way. Like,
now, them niggas is a bunch of Instagram followers, and niggas is popular. Niggas got crews. Nigga, like, niggas rob your ass, like, for real. So, I mean, I don't know where it changed it, bro. I don't know when it changed, but shit, yeah.
But
it's
overall,
definitely
man, I really want to put that out there to the people that this is a good city, bro.
Facts.
Loving, you can raise a family here, bro. Anything you want to get into in Houston is here. Then you want to get into the bullshit is here.
Yeah, I think,
if you want to take your you want to take your kids to a good high school, good football team, or you want to start your business, entrepreneurship, we got all that here, bro. It's just, I think sometimes the negativity get the spotlight and it's more polarized.
I think, but like you said, overall, bro, Houston, it's still player than a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna have shit anywhere, everywhere, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, and I don't want to deter people and make people think like, damn, this shit is like a war zone at all. It's not. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I think the thing is, the shit was so far and few back then, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And now it's just kind of a little bit more. But it's still, for overall, it's still like, this still a player-ass time. You still gonna come down. Any nigga, you come to Houston, bro, you can get some money down here. You can get the baddest girls down here. You can get the best food. You can get the big-ass houses. You know what I'm saying? This is the spot. You know what I'm saying? I wish motherfuckers everybody stop coming, moving here, but still. You know what I'm saying? They just coming. This bitch overpopulated. But at the same time, like, yeah, man, this shit, it's a reason, but that's the reason why everybody moving here. I ain't mad at them because this shit is it's live as fuck here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
For sure. Nah, man, what you got coming in? Oh, fuck, I almost forgot, bro. We got to talk about Dirty Third, bro.
Man.
I almost slipped up. I'm glad I caught myself.
Yeah.
Y'all got to get my nigga Propain to Hollywood with this acting shit.
Man.
Are you ready to become an actor, my nigga? Let's keep
for sure.
Are you want to try your second calling, rap took you, but you want to try this acting shit for real? Because, bro, this nigga played a role in this movie so crazy, nigga. I felt like this nigga was on some nigga Rico off a goddamn Paid in Full. T.I. playing that whole ass nigga role on Takers.
Man,
I was like, this nigga was a hell of a villain, bro. Bro. How that movie came together, bro?
Man, so when they initially hit me to do it, because I had been, it's been rumored about them gonna do another Dirty Third for a few years. So when they first hit me, I was like, man, that shit ain't going on. Niggas just talking. And so, but you know what I'm saying? There was some people that I respect. Shout out D-Rick, shout out Noah. It was some people that I fucked with that told me to just come to the auditions. So when I came and I seen all them motherfuckers there, I was like, damn, this all really fits go down. And they had already had a role that they wanted me to do. And when I read the script, I was like, anything I do, bro, anything, I take it seriously. I want to be the best at that shit. So, but I always wanted to act, bro. I always felt like I could act. That was something I always fucked around and played around, joking around shit, though. And in my videos, I try to do a little acting. So, but like you said, it's crazy you just named them two characters because I studied the fuck out of Paid in Full and Takers the whole time that I was just, when I had that script. And I was like, man, I want to really, I wanted to do my thing. I wanted niggas to be like, damn, this nigga really, you know what I'm saying? So, and that shit kind of came kind of natural. I ain't even guessing you, bro. It kind of came, shit just was flowing.
It was crazy because it was like you was playing an H-Town nigga character. So for that in itself, a nigga already know the different styles, and then they had you playing a grimy whole ass H-Town nigga character. And we all know those niggas, as we said before. So it's like, okay, nigga, I can really kind of get in here and do this shit and make it stand out and go crazy, nigga. Like, and I was like, nah, this nigga Propain really ran this hoe, bro. Undeniably, undeniably. I was like, damn, because I ain't gonna lie, the movie started off a little, y'all gotta watch the movie. But it started off a little bit, you gotta warm up. But when it got real, I was like, oh, nah, they wrecked this whole nigga. Like, nigga had to respect it. Even the comedy side of it.
For sure.
Everything, man. Shout out to G is So Fat. He did this shit too. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to go check the movie out, bro. Where they can see that motherfucker at?
Man, so I think it's going to come out December 16th. And when it come out, like Amazon Prime and Tubi and shit like that.
Okay.
So, yeah, but they've been having a lot of talks with the movie, bro. Ever since that premiere, they've been getting a lot of offers and shit. So, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I don't, shit, right now, I'm just, my guess is as best as everybody else. But I think when that motherfucker come out, bro, it's gonna open up a even bigger audience for me. And I done got some offers to do some other movies. There's some shit in work. Nah, for sure, bro. It's some big shit that I don't want to say it because I don't really know if I can speak on it.
For sure.
I don't know if I can speak on it, but I'm gonna just say it's
Yeah.
It's some big shit,
We
bro.
might have to wait till after the 16th to drop this last clip.
Man,
I don't know,
yeah.
or does it matter? You think it matter?
Nah, it don't matter. Because
Yeah.
when all we need them to know is to go watch that.
Go watch that
man.
bitch for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Watch
Yeah.
that motherfucker, man. That bitch gonna be.
Nah,
I was at so when we seen it at the premiere,
Yeah.
I had seen parts of it, and like people on the staff and the directors and all of them, they was telling me like, bro, you don't understand, like you killed this shit, because I hadn't seen it like that. You know what I'm saying? And niggas was telling me like, bro, D-Rec, everybody was like, nah, bro, you just started so. And I'm like, damn, for real. So when I seen it and to watch it with everybody in the movie theater and just to see the reactions, like when the movie was out, motherfuckers was looking at me like, damn, my nigga.
Yeah.
That's some whole ass
Like,
shit.
you a whole ass,
My
bro.
mama was like, my mama looked, when the movie went off, that first song, when the movie went off, my mama, she looked at me, because his character is named Quick. She say, damn, Quick, you a snake. And everybody in the movie theater just started laughing, bro. It was quiet, and she said that everybody started laughing. Because it was like, damn, niggas was really feeling like, niggas bought into that character. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
Yeah, that shit was dope.
That bitch was fire, bro. That was
Appreciate it, bro.
And I liked that night, too, in the H-Town. I had some shit going on, because I was supposed to do the red carpet media and shit, but I was end up being late.
Right.
And, but man, I like that whole shit for Houston. Like that shit was fire, bro. I would have loved to capture that and have that on the channel type shit, just that moment. But that was lit as fuck, bro. But y'all get ready for that new movie, man. When it dropped, Propain, Dirty Third. It's gonna be part 3. Part 1 was a classic. I grew up watching that.
Classic,
I done seen that shit over 1,000 times.
Man. So
nigga,
you gotta know. You gotta know.
If you know, you know.
When we did the movie, you gotta know. I'm like, damn, this was me and my niggas used to watch when we was kids. You know what I'm saying? That shit was major, bro. That shit was super major, bro. To have Sonny Bobo in that motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? It's like, nigga, you Sonny Bobo, D Gotti is that nigga.
Yeah, for sure.
So that shit was live in a bitch, bro.
Yeah, that was hard. That was raw. Salute, man. And Propain, man, you got to tell them, where to tap in with you and on social media and all that too, bro.
Man, Propain 713, that's the same thing on everything. Propain 713. That's Instagram, that's Twitter, that's Facebook, that's YouTube. Tap in, man. We got some major shit for it to come out, man.
Man, he doing this thing going up, bro. Y'all tap in, everything he got going for sure. Propain, man, 1,000. Stay on your pivot.
Man, salute.